In the realm of human experience, few events are as profound or mystifying as a near-death experience. These moments, often brief yet intensely vivid, can leave a lasting impact on those who undergo them. They offer a glimpse into what lies beyond the veil of life, narrating tales that blend the boundaries between the physical world and the spiritual. Today, we look into one such extraordinary encounter, the story of a person who claims to have met Princess Diana in the afterlife. Known for her compassion and relentless advocacy for peace and humanitarian causes, Diana's presence in this narrative adds a layer of depth and intrigue. This account is not just a recount of an NDE, but a reflection on the messages that transcend our earthly existence, purportedly delivered by a figure whose life continues to inspire millions around the globe. Imagine, if you will, a day like any other turning on its head in the blink of an eye. For our narrator, it was a day marked by a sudden, severe medical crisis, a heart attack that clutched the chest with unforgiving intensity. As the world faded into a blur of muffled sounds and dimming sights, a profound calm enveloped the chaos. It's in this backdrop of critical physical distress that the threshold between life and death was momentarily crossed. Near-death experiences, as reported by those who faced them, often begin in the grip of such medical emergencies. These events open a door to what some describe as the next phase of existence, a realm where pain and fear are no longer present, replaced instead by an inexplicable peace. The transition for our narrator was marked by the famed tunnel of light, a phenomenon echoed in countless NDE accounts. This journey through the tunnel is neither rushed nor slow, but rather a seamless glide that feels both instantaneous and eternal. Describing it, the narrator speaks of a warm, embracing light, pulling one forward, as if by the gentlest gravitational force. The colors seen are not just seen, but felt, each hue a whisper of emotions and memories that flicker by like the frames of an old film. This light, often described as brighter than any seen on Earth, is not blind. Rather, it illuminates, bringing clarity and comfort. It is here, in this luminescence, that the first hints of something or someone remarkable begin to appear. The anticipation builds not out of fear, but from a burgeoning curiosity about what revelations may lie ahead. Upon emerging from the tunnel, the environment that envelops our narrator is unlike anything imaginable in the physical world. The air is imbued with a vitality that invigorates the soul, a stark contrast to the clinical sterility of a hospital room. This realm, perceived not through the physical senses, but through a heightened state of awareness, is vibrant and overwhelmingly positive. Nature here is hyper-real, more vivid than the most vivid memories of Earth. Flowers glow as if lit from within, and the sky is a canvas of colors no painter could hope to capture. The serenity is palpable, a peace that transcends human conflicts and the turmoil of earthly life. It is in this setting of celestial beauty that a figure begins to take form, a presence that is both unexpected and profoundly familiar. The figure, recognized instantly by the narrator, stands at a slight distance, none other than Princess Diana herself. She appears just as many remember her, poised with an air of gentle dignity, yet approachable, wearing a smile that once bridged hearts across the world. Her attire is simple, elegant, and timeless, fitting for someone of her stature, yet devoid of any ostentation. As she draws nearer, the environment seems to acknowledge her presence. The light softens, and a subtle breeze carries the floral scents of the surroundings, enhancing this surreal meeting. The narrator, overwhelmed yet comforted by her presence, finds the courage to approach her, stepping forward into what would be a life-changing conversation. As the distance closes, Princess Diana speaks. Her voice, clear and melodious, carries the same warmth and sincerity that once resonated in her earthly endeavors. The words she chooses are simple yet profound, touching on themes of love, duty, and the continuation of her humanitarian legacy. She talks of peace, not just as a global initiative, but as a personal practice, urging the narrator to live life in a manner that heals and brings together, not divides. The shock of the encounter is not just in meeting Diana, but in the relevance and urgency of her message. It's a call to action that transcends the boundaries of life and death, urging a pursuit of goodness that endures beyond one's physical existence. The conversation that unfolds is deeply personal, yet universally applicable. Diana speaks of forgiveness as a foundational force for true peace. She urges the narrator to let go of old wounds, not just for personal liberation, but as a beacon for others to follow. The dialogue shifts seamlessly into the power of love, which Diana describes as the greatest legacy one can leave behind. The impact of her words is magnified by the setting, a place where the usual distractions of life are absent, where every word spoken is felt deeply and irrevocably. This encounter, brief as it may seem, stretches into what feels like an eternity, each moment laden with emotional and spiritual significance. As the profound interaction with Princess Diana concludes, the narrator's journey through this celestial realm continues. The air, still vibrant with the lingering essence of Diana's presence, guides the narrator forward. As he wanders, other figures begin to materialize, each embodying a sense of peace and wisdom that seems to resonate through the very ground of this place. These figures, though not as immediately recognizable as Princess Diana, carry with them an air of familiarity and warmth. They greet the narrator with nods and smiles, imparting feelings of acceptance and belonging without uttering a single word. This segment of the journey underscores a significant theme. In the afterlife, connections are felt on a soul level, transcending the need for words or physical recognition. In this realm, every encounter is meaningful, serving as a reminder of the interconnectedness of all beings. The individuals he meets do not deliver lengthy dialogues, but instead offer simple gestures of kindness that are universally understood. These interactions, brief yet deeply impactful, weave together a tapestry of universal human values: compassion, peace, and unconditional love. The narrator begins to understand that these figures represent the best facets of humanity, each a guardian of the virtues they lived by on Earth. This realization brings a new layer of understanding to the narrator's experience, emphasizing that the messages received in the afterlife are reflections of the life one leads. Transitioning from the serenity of the afterlife, the narrator feels a gentle yet persistent pull, a sign that his time in this transcendent place is nearing its end. The return journey is not marked by the tunnel of light that heralded his arrival, but instead by a gradual sense of being called back to the earthly realm. The warmth of the celestial light begins to fade, replaced by the growing awareness of his physical body. He senses the sterile chill of a hospital room, the beeping of machines monitoring his vital signs, and the distant voices of medical personnel working to revive him. As he awakens, the stark contrast between the two realms is jarring. The hospital's lights are harsh compared to the soft radiance of the afterlife, and the sounds of life-saving equipment feel intrusive after the peace he experienced. But the most profound change is within him. The memories of his encounter with Princess Diana and the insights from the other figures in the afterlife remain vivid in his mind, imbued with an unshakable sense of purpose. These memories come with a clarity that transcends the typical fog that follows medical revival. suggesting that what he experienced was far more than a dream. The return to life is accompanied by a multitude of emotions: gratitude for a second chance at life, a newfound appreciation for the connections that define his existence, and a deep sense of responsibility to share the messages he received. This blend of feelings motivates him to approach life with a renewed vigor and a commitment to embody the virtues that were so vividly illustrated during his NDE. The impact of this experience is immediate and profound, altering his approach to daily interactions, his long-term aspirations, and his overall perspective on life and death. After returning to the physical world, the narrator finds himself profoundly changed. The insights gained during his near-death experience have instilled a new perspective on life and its purposes. He begins to view every day as a gift and every interaction as an opportunity to reflect the messages of peace and love he received. The first notable change is in his approach to relationships. The narrator now prioritizes reconciliation and forgiveness, reaching out to mend old disputes with kindness and understanding. He also becomes more actively involved in service, dedicating his time and resources to causes that promote peace and welfare. These changes are not motivated by a sense of obligation, but by a genuine desire to mirror the harmony and unconditional love he experienced during his NDE. In his professional life, the narrator shifts towards endeavors that have meaningful impacts. If he was previously engaged in a career driven by personal gain, he now seeks roles that allow him to contribute positively to society. This might include working for nonprofit organizations, engaging in philanthropy, or even starting initiatives that address the needs of the less fortunate. His career decisions are guided by the overarching theme of his NDE: serving humanity with compassion and integrity. This extraordinary story of life, death, and the profound messages received from beyond reminds us of the beauty and purpose in every moment we live. The insights shared by Princess Diana inspire us to accept peace, love, and forgiveness as guiding principles in our lives. Let this story be a reminder to cherish our connections and strive for kindness in all that we do. If this story moved you or gave you a new perspective, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. By doing so, you help bring more meaningful stories like this to light and inspire others to reflect on their own lives. Thank you for watching, and we hope to see you again soon.